You know, in the diaspora, we have many black people spread out all throughout the Western Hemisphere. You have us as black Americans, you have us in the Caribbean, Central America, South America. And, a lot of times, man, in America, we identify ourselves with black and we unify under that. Even when immigrants come here from Jamaica or Trinidad, Honduras, Belize, these different places of the past, we've allowed them to join our groups and become leaders amongst our group. Farrakhan himself, he's not black American. Stokely Carmichael wasn't black American. Arturo Schomburg wasn't black American. And I can go on and on and on of the people that became leaders amongst our group because we've seen ourselves as black people. But when you get to Dominicans, when they look at themselves, know that they're black, but they don't identify with being black, but they try to use the term that how as black Americans we consider ourselves black. They just say they consider themselves Dominican. But for me, having a Cuban mom and an African American father, I know the tricks and the lies that they do is all bull crap. But this is how they talk. Check this out.
Bueno, hoy voy a explicar la narrativa behind I'm not black, I'm Dominican. It's been an ongoing joke like, oh, Dominicans do not claim to be black because they're colorists. It is true that the Dominican Republic and many Dominican people suffer from colorism. But let me tell you the meaning behind that phrase, I'm not black, I'm Dominican. When many Dominicans move to the United States, usually, we get asked where are we from. And the people that get asked that specific question are usually Dominicans that look my skin's color. When you ask someone from Latin America, we usually don't respond with race because I think it's pretty obvious. When you ask someone from Latin America, where you from, we usually say our country. So in case somebody asks me, oh, where are you from? My case, I will say I'm from Argentina and from Dominican Republic also. But usually when people ask that question, it's with a second-handed, backhanded, racism behind it. They will say, oh, where are you from? And you say, oh, I'm from the Dominican Republic. And they will be like, aren't you black? And we will say, no, I wasn't born in America. I'm Dominican. I'm Dominican. I'm Dominican.
So Tariq in his Twitter spaces, he calls out a lot of these tethers that like to go against everything that we vote for. I told you guys, a lot of these tethers that come to America today, not the immigrants of old that joined our struggle and was a part of our movements and stuff like that, but a lot of these tethers today, they come here and they go directly against us. And I've been telling you guys for years on my stream, the way the system is set up in this capitalist system, everything we vote and fight for, these immigrants vote against. Their lifestyle is predicated on our dysfunction. Because when they bring them here, they bring them right to our communities. They're not in the business of seeing us advance because then they can't eat. So when you look at them, you have this woman, she's a well-known bed witch. And she speaks against everything that we talk about or do, right? And she says that she loves the black community, but she just sees herself as Dominican. I say that's a nationality. It has nothing to do with race. When you go to Guyana, when you go to Cuba, when you go to Panama, these places, they know that they're black. They'll tell you they're black. It's just what goes on in the Dominican Republic because of what happened under Trujillo and the parsley murders and all the unalivings and all those different things of what was happening during that time in the Dominican Republic. They socially engineered the black people to believe that they wasn't something. Man, it's just a whole bunch of stuff. And then the Haitians coming. It's a lot. But let's listen to what this woman was saying.
The Lolita, the Dominican bed. What's going on, Lolita?
Come on, Big Daddy. Don't talk to me being disrespectful. I come in peace tonight.
I know that, ma'am. I know
I'm
that.
be-
But
no, I'm being nice. I'm coming in peace. I just have a question.
go ahead.
And first of all, I just want to congratulate you on your musty song. I like
Yes, musty
that.
tap.
I heard yes, musty tether. Yeah, it was good. I like it.
Listen,
Uh, okay, so you're a smart guy, and I know you make the difference about Africans not being Black Americans.
right.
Okay. Why can you make the same distinction for Jews and white people? Because I just heard you say that you want to take, this to the next level and,
Mm-hmm.
and you're having a hiccup. Maybe you're having a hiccup because you're not really targeting, the people that's really oppressing you. because you keep screaming out, white supremacy, and and to a certain point, you have a point. White people are not, perfect, but I think that we could come to a resolution if you really address the real people that have been accountable for holding the black race down. Um, but
White
since you
white
always,
white supremacists,
uh,
all of them. Right.
well, not quite, but if you can make the difference between like me, I'm a
Who?
tether. Wait, me,
I
I'm a
know you're
tether.
telling.
Wait, yeah, and I'm Dominican, but I look black, right? But I'm not Black American. We could
Right.
all agree with that. Cool. Why can't you do the same for Jews that look
Great
white,
question. Okay,
but
let me tell
they're
you why. Let me
oh,
tell you. Well,
all
let
right,
me answer.
thanks.
Okay, great question. You kind of look. You don't look like us because we can tell you're Tether, but you dark skinned to white people. You look black, and we make a distinction because with us, because with white people, even the white people who are Jewish, and white people who are Irish, white people who are Catholic, white people who are Italian, they all operate under the banner of whiteness against us. They all get on code with each other against us. During the slave trade, you had Catholic, Christian, Jewish slave owners who were white. They have their little ethnic differences, but they got on code against us. So because they all got on code against us, I look at all of them the same. If you are a white supremacist, I don't break white supremacists up because you're not doing it under your Jewishness. You're not doing it under your Christianity. You're doing it under whiteness.
I
So
know.
I
I,
look
I
at them
I
all.
just feel it's different because both people are being targeted. Both people are kind of being victimized. Like I understand where you're coming from because you can't escape from your whiteness, just like I can't escape from my blackness. I understand that, but you have to look at it like these people are also being targeted and victimized, and you can't even deny that. Like
Who's being targeted? Who's being targeted?
I mean, white people, like like like
By
European
who?
whites, by
By,
Jews.
how are they being targeted by Jewish people?
I mean, when we're like have to talk about your white privilege and how it's okay to white people and how
Who
your
the hell
white
said that?
I oh, it's all over the place. This is what they're teaching and
No, it's not.
indoctrinating. Yes, no, yes it is.
No,
It's right. It's
that's
happening
okay.
right now
What
in
white
real
people are
time.
what white
I
people
mean,
are being
but this is the thing. You want to
no no
deny
no
it
no no
because
no
I know
no
you
no
want.
no no
It's
what white people are being
So she get up there and try to say that she's for the community, she's with us, but she's making all these excuses for the dominant society, who she knows that we've been diametrically against, because we've been calling these people out for the historic things that they've done to us, and also in the Dominican Republic, in Cuba, and all these places as well. Those of us as Black Americans that's on the woke side, we understand how this system works, and we call it out. Some of these people in this Caribbean knows it, but they rather side with it. They rather sleep with it. They rather surrender to it. So when Tariq Nasheed calls her out, look at what she says. But she claims she loves her blackness. Look at what she says.
as foundational black Americans, we get on code with each other against white supremacy. You tethers make excuses for the white supremacist. That's why we're different, ma'am. Because you're laying up with a zaddy. You lay up with white dudes and you take on their ideology. You're not like us.
See, Tariq, now you're getting ignorant, saying daddy and all
No,
this. I'm actually really for
I'm
the black
telling the truth, ma'am.
community, but you
I'm,
guys
I'm,
take my criticism and you turn it around like I hate you. I want the best for
no,
the black
I'm
community because at the end of the day, I look black, so it's not my
ma'am,
like.
how many? Slow down, slow down. I'm not being ignorant. How many children do you have with white men? Don't you have multiple children by white men?
You know what? I wish. But that has nothing to do with the conversation. Now you're turning this around about me when I
No,
came in here
because no,
in
no,
peace.
we're not being hostile. Why talking about what you do? That's not hostile. Why do you consider it hostile? You lay up with white men and you brag about it. That's you. You brag. I'm not being hostile. You've bragged about all the white men you laid up with. You've taken pictures in bed throwing up with white men. I'm not being hostile. You've done that. Am I being hostile
Why
by pointing
wouldn't
that out?
I? Why wouldn't I? Like honestly, but you're trying to make this about something that I didn't call about.
Right,
Why?
but why are you
Why?
offended? Because why are you
Do you
offended?
know
Because I'm
that
pointing
black
out.
men have
Well,
the
slow down.
most amount of? Why would I late with a black
No, we
man? Like, do
no, they
see if
don't.
you
No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. It's y'all tether women who do that. It's tether women who have it because y'all lay it with them nasty zaddies. That's who
exactly,
have
and
it.
you just
Don't you just told another lie? No, no, no. Black men do not have a like that. There's a lot of black women, and most of those black women are tethers who have it. And they get it from them damn zaddies because y'all lay up with any white man you can find to get your damn green card. We're gonna tell the truth in here tonight.
okay, because black people can't do no wrong because you're fucking innocent, right? You can't do anything. You guys don't have AIDS. You guys don't kill your kids. You guys don't commit crimes. You guys know how to read. You guys are just so fucking perfect and innocent. You're melanin. You built Africa and you're so supreme. And Egypt and oh my God, and actually you even built Britain. You just so fucking supreme. But Chicago is still a piece of. I just don't understand when you
It's
guys hate
better
me
than the
so much.
Dominican Republic.
But it doesn't matter.
Why is Chicago better than the Dominican Republic, your homeland? How come you ain't over there then?
See, this woman claims that she loves her blackness, but when you listen to her speak, she don't love her blackness enough to procreate with a black man. She's not going to do that. She used, if you listen to her arguments and talking points, she used all the racist stereotypes that they use on black people from the Caribbean up to the Americas. Then when you guys see me, you see a black man. My mother was black. My father's black. My father is a FBA born American. Both my grandparents down in Florida, Alabama, and Virginia. I've done videos on their land. I know where my family come from. And then my mother's side, their descendants come from Cuba. The thing is, I know that I'm black. I was born and raised here. I'm black. I have absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. But these people, they want to identify with these other groups because they don't like their blackness. So she heard her talk about HIV rates and the murders in Chicago and all these things. But these are all talking points that Fox News use when they talk about us. That's because she's been laying down with those zaddies and they've been putting their consciousness into her head because when she looks at herself in the mirror, she don't like her reflection. It's nothing new. This is nothing new. And like I said, in those countries, they're trained. They're trained to breed their blackness out themselves. That's how they train them. But there's a brother that's in the Dominican Republic, and he talks about the racism that goes on. Jamie the pro expat. Check this out.
Latin America, there's different terms. There's mejorar la raza, blanqueamiento, which is like whitening, refinar la familia, which is to refine the family, meaning that, my family becomes more refined the whiter it gets. And I've heard a lot of these terms, and it's nuts. Queremos que los niños salen blanco, bonito, refinado, stuff like that.
And see, this woman is no different than Myron from Fresh and Fit, the Andrew Tates, and all these people. They don't like their blackness. They stay, and a lot of mixed race, and also a lot of mixed race children. They'll always tell you, "Well, I never felt wanted by either side. My black side, I was never good enough, and my white side, I was never good enough." And I say that's a crock of crap because the black community always accepts anybody and has always accepted anybody. What they wanted was their acceptance from their W side, and they wasn't getting it. Getting acceptance from the black side wasn't good enough. They wanted Mr. Charlie to accept them. You ain't fooling me. Get the crap out of it. Get that crap out of it. Because Big Mama brought everybody home. So, but this is the stuff because they've been conditioned not to love their blackness, man. And you see this stuff play out. That's why they say I'm no black. I'm Dominican. You don't, man. That's bullcrap. It's funny, like you don't hear it, but this goes on in the Dominican Republic. If brothers come over from Belize and stuff like that, they don't talk like that. They don't talk like black Panamanians don't talk like that. Black Cubans don't talk like that. That's this Dominican Republic foolishness, man. I say, listen, that's the nationality. That's where you come from. But by race, you're black. And then you have W looking color looking Dominicans, and they'll call the black Dominicans the ones that's my complexion and say they'll call them Haitians. They don't even want them in the country. So as I said, like it's a bunch of crap, man. It's a bunch of crap, and we called up. They're not in love with their blackness. So I would encourage FBA, stay away from these people, man. Stay away from these people because these people are dangerous. But I'm gonna cut this video short here, man. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV, and remember, I love y'all. Till the next time, peace.